Hey y'all, I'm Kat. I'm a coach and the co-owner of Session in Brooklyn. This is Good Moves with Well+Good. I'm gonna take you through a 15-minute lower body strength and stability workout. All you need is one dumbbell, but if you don't have a dumbbell, you can use any household object that you might wanna use to add a little bit of load or resistance. If not, you can do everything body weight. All right, we'll get into our warm-up. Let's get started with some heel kicks. So just jogging it out here, staying light on the feet. Think just tap heel to glutes, getting the blood flowing in our quads, glutes, calves, hamstrings. If you're not quite ready to jog today, or if you're not jogging at all, just go ahead and take it to a step tap. Still getting the lower body moving. Awesome. We're here for 3, 2, 1. We'll continue that into our quads now with some quad pulls. Just grab onto the top of your foot, your ankle. Feel that light stretch in the front of the leg. Maybe add a hinge forward. You feel that a little bit more in your hip flexors. You can use that opposite arm to reach, help you with that balance. We'll get one more on each side. And then we'll take it to our hamstrings, hamstring scoops. So one heel forward, hips go back, just sweep the arms outside of that front leg, and then just step to switch so that we set up nicely for each one. You just let the arms toss up behind you, really focus on that push back of the hips. Okay, for 3, for 2, and 1. All right, a little bit of movement prep. We have a split stance hinge variation today. So we're gonna practice that. So start with your feet shoulder width apart. You'll stagger one toe to line up with your back heel, and then back heel is off the floor, and just have one hand over the other hand in between your thighs. You'll push the hips back like our hamstring scoops, feel that stretch in that front leg, and then bring yourself up to stand. Think inhale, hinge. That front leg is the working leg here. Exhale as you stand. Here for 3, 2, 1. Same idea, other side. Stagger the toe to line up with your heel. Hand over hand again. Push the hips back. You'll feel that light stretch in the hamstring in the front leg, and then engage your glutes as you stand tall. For 3, 2, 1. Last thing we're gonna do is a reverse lunge. So make sure you have space behind you. Hands can be in your chest. And we'll just alternate, stepping back wide, drop both knees to a 90-degree angle, and then push through the heel of your front foot. Really activating our quads and our glutes here. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. All right, check it out. We are gonna get started. So our format today, we have 2 sets of work, 2 exercises in each one. They're quite complex exercises. So we have a little bit longer work time for everything. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds to rest. And we're gonna go through everything 3 times through. There are some single-sided movements since we are working on stability today. So we will be switching at the halfway point, and I will call that out to you. All right, so let's get started. First one, we have a single leg squat with a step back. So if you have a weight or something you're using, just hold it at the center of your chest. From here, feet are shoulder width apart, sink down into a squat, a semi-squat position, and then dock the back toe. We're gonna step back now, so stabilizing on the front leg. Keep the weight in your heel and your chest stays proud. On your third step, we're now gonna step it in, hold balance here, and then take it back to that next step. Good, so we have 2 step backs into 1 balance. You really start to feel your quad, your glutes, your inner thighs of that standing leg really working. Good, don't forget to switch. Good, step back, drive through the heel to make sure you stay standing tall. That third rep, hold, stabilize here. Try to keep the chest proud as you're holding the squat position. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Second exercise, we're gonna use our dumbbell again. We have a glute bridge march, so we're setting up some core activation here as we hold the bell in line with our chest, and then your heels are about 6 inches away from your glutes. Push through the heels, we're set up in our starting position. From here, we're gonna alternate, driving the knee up. Think about shin is parallel to the floor, making sure your hips stay at that same level the whole time. So you don't have to think you're stabilizing through your glutes, your hamstrings, every time that opposite knee drives. And your core is working here to support you as you hold this bell just in line with your chest. If you start to feel the hips dip, just plant both feet and reset the hips up. Awesome. You should be really feeling this in your glutes and your hamstrings by now. And you can always ditch that weight and take this one body weight if that's better suited for you. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down safely and then just bring the bell up over the chest. All right, those are our 2. We'll go ahead and work through them. We got 2 more times through. So again, you can hold that weight just at your chest, or you're welcome to take this one body weight. Let's start with our squat in 3, 2, 1. Sink the hips down and back, dock that back toe, and then we'll take that step back. Good, the toe just taps back, find length in that opposite leg. And then on that third one, we hold. Pause for about 2 to 3 seconds here, find your stability, and then we step it back again. Let's get one more round on this side before we switch. Strong core, strong glutes. Awesome, shake it out. We'll switch to the other side. Sink into your squat, dock the toe, and then just take that step back. And just making sure your knee stays in line with your middle toe. And your core is active to support you so you're not feeling any of this in your lower back. Good, chest stays proud. We're here for 3. Hold that stability for 2 and 1. Whew. All right, shake it out. We'll meet back on our backs for that glute bridge march. Line the bell up with your chest, strong hold, elbows are extended, and then we'll push the heels, start with extension from the hips. So again, that challenge here is to keep your hips at that same level every time we take that step and every time we alternate. So you really wanna go slow through each march, kind of like you're marching through mud, nice and slow and controlled. If you need that moment to reset, we are at that halfway point, so maybe just reset the hips back up and then get back in. Think weight stays in the heel of your foot. That'll really help you with your stability and to keep your glutes engaged. We have 10 more seconds. Awesome, keep the hips raised for another 3, 2, 1. Lower with control and then lower the bell back. We just have 1 more time through. Go ahead and grab your dumbbell, or you can ditch the bell if you're not using it, and we'll rack it at the center of our chest. I'm gonna start on my other side this time. All right, for 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sink it down, and then we dock the toe, stabilize on that standing leg as you step back, and notice how I keep my body weight into that front heel, and I'm not shifting forward and back. That's where your stabilizers, your deep core muscles are really working. Awesome, let's finish this rep on this side. Hold, hold, hold. Engage the glutes. Good, shake it out. Let's go ahead and switch. Sink down into your squat and let the toe just tap back, not shifting forward or back, staying nice and centered on that standing leg. Good, let's get 1 more rep in here and we'll pause and stabilize for our last 3, 2, 1. All right, shake it out. Last one at our bridge before we get into our next set. Start with the bell at the chest as you roll down and then bring it up on over. All right, my heels are in that right alignment. Push the hips up and here we go. And don't forget to breathe. I know we're just holding in that position. So integrate your breath. Maybe every time you exhale, you push your hips up just a little bit higher to reset. Awesome, if you need a little moment, you can take that. You can even bring the bell back to your chest and then push it back up. You're just about halfway there. Good, nice and slow with those marches. Let's try to get 3 or 4 more steps in our last 10 seconds. We're here for another 5, for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Lower the hips down, lower the bell down with control. Just push the bell to the side. Maybe take a little moment, hug your knees in your chest to release, and then we'll rock ourselves up to stand, get into our next set. We got 2 movements, same format and timing. We'll grab our dumbbell. First one, we have an isometric squat into some goblet squats. So start with the feet shoulder width apart, hold the bell just a few inches away from your chest, and we'll lower down with control into your squat position. All right, isometric, we're just holding it down here. So we can really focus on our squat positioning, our form. Chest is proud, weight is in your heels, knees are right over your middle toes. Good, it's at halfway point, so let's go ahead and take it to some regular squats now. Really working off of that muscular tension we built as we held that squat. Really working on our stability at the bottom there. Think inhale, lower, exhale, drive through the heels. We're here for another 3, for 2 and 1. All right, our next movement is our hip hinging movement for the day. We have a split stance Romanian deadlift into a single leg deadlift. I know, a lot of words. I'll get into it as we move through it. So let's practice that split stance setup. Feet are shoulder width apart, like what we did in our warm-up. Stagger the back toe to line up with the front heel. And then whatever side is staggered back, same hand is holding the weight. We'll take a split stance supported one first. So we'll push the hips back, the bell just traces the front of the leg. Once you get past your knee, push to the heel to stand. We'll take that again one more time. And then we'll set up for a single leg deadlift. Let the toe float up, set yourself up. We're balancing on one leg now. Shift the hips back, try not to let the shoulders round forward, then drive through the heel to stand. Let's go ahead and switch sides, same idea. So toe lines up with the heel, hinge the hips back, soft bend in the knee in that front leg. Good, we take those 2 reps. Now we set ourselves up to stabilize on that standing leg. Kick the back heel back, soft bend in the standing leg. Your torso stays above your hips. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do that all again from the top. We'll take it to that squat. Again, you can ditch the weight, take it body weight, and really just focus on holding a nice, strong hold at the bottom of our squat. We're there in 3, 2, 1. Feet are shoulder width apart. Try to find something in front of you to keep your eyes locked in on and keep your core active as well. Remember, we're stabilizing here. So inner thighs, lateral glutes, your core, your quads, we're holding it here. Just breathe through it. All right, we are at that halfway point. Let's wrap it out now. Control on the way down, then big breath out, push through the heels. Let the hips come to that full extension at the top. So we're going our full range of motion. Let's try to get 2 more reps in here. Again, control on the way down. 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll set it for that split stance, Romanian deadlift to single leg deadlift. We'll get about 1 rep on each side. So start with that staggered stance, back heel is off the ground. So we're really focusing on that front leg. All right, here we go. Push the hips back, soft bend in that front leg. Pause once you get just past your knee, and then big breath out, push to the heel. Again, extending the hips. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, stand. Let's set it for that balance. That toe is up. We go ahead and shift the hips back, just tilt the torso forward. Pause, find your stability, drive to the heel to stand. Awesome, shake it out. Other side, same idea. Dock the toe, push the hips back. That bell just traces the front of the leg. I'm a big fan of breathing here. Use your exhale every time you exert your effort in the movement. All right, we've done our 2. Let's go ahead and set up for that single leg deadlift. Push the hips back, soft bend in the knees. Try not to let the hips turn out to the side, then drive to the heel. We stand. All right, shake it out. We got 1 more time through. We'll get into that goblet squat the last time. I challenge you to really try to hold it, even if you're taking body weight. Let's feel strong in that position at the bottom. We're there in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's go. Don't forget to breathe through it. Don't hold your breath. Focus on your form and stabilizing here at the bottom. Trying to get thighs parallel to the floor, shoulders stay down your back, and just breathe. Awesome, we're here for 3, 2, 1. Let's take those reps. Whew. Drive through the heels. Whew. Feel that little bit of release in your quads every time you stand. And then think your glutes are what's gonna help to power that all the way up to the top. So engage them at the top. We have 10 more seconds. Here for another 3, for 2, and 1. All right, last time at our split stance, deadlift variation. Let's go ahead and get ourselves set up. You might feel that one side feels a little bit more stable than the other, and that is absolutely normal, but that's why we're doing all this single-sided work. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hinge from the hips, trace the bell. Pause just once you feel that stretch in the hamstrings. Big breath out to stand. All right, let's set up for that single leg deadlift. Push the hips back, hips are facing the floor, then big breath out, drive through the heel, we come up tall. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Last one, y'all. Let's finish strong. All right, last one. Go ahead and float the leg up, push the hips back, soft bend in the knees, bring it back, find your stability, drive through the heel. Whew. All right, shake it out. And we are done, y'all. Let's go ahead and just drop the bell, take a moment, give yourself a little space, just shake it out. And just meet me on your back. So we'll take it to a bit of a cool down. Again, lots of lower body work that we did today. So we'll just cool it all out. Hug your knee into your chest, let the opposite leg extend first. And then we'll kick the leg up to the ceiling. Get for a hamstring stretch, so grab onto the back of your hamstring or your calf. You can add a flex and point in the foot or rotations of the ankle if that feels good for you. And then from here, we'll take it to a figure 4 stretch. So ankle over the top of the opposite knee. And you can weave the arms through into that shape, grabbing onto the top of the shin or on the back of the hamstring. If it feels better for you, you can even just keep the foot planted, whatever you need. You feel this in your glutes, in your lateral hamstrings. Awesome, we'll go ahead and switch. And don't forget, you can just let your head and shoulders relax to the floor. Hug your knee in for a moment, and then we'll kick the leg up, same idea. And again, like I said, one leg might feel different than the other, and that is totally normal, that is okay. Maybe add that flex and point in the foot. And we'll take it to our figure 4, ankle over the top of the opposite knee, and just go ahead and hug that into you. Unless you kept the foot planted. Do the same thing on the other side. Awesome, we're here for 3, 2, 1. You can let the legs extend, let the arms extend above you. Big breath in, and exhale, go and just sit up tall, reach for your toes, a little bit of release for your low back, and then roll it all the way up. All right, awesome job, everyone. Again, that was lower body strength and stability. Hopefully you learned a few movements and have some movements that you can take with you into your movement practice. My name's Kat. This was Good Moves and Well and Good. If you would like more videos like this one, go ahead and subscribe below.